Welcome back to Adventures of the Whiskey Six Gang. When we left our gang last, they were just leaving Madame Sue's house with Double Barrel Raider as their prisoner. Now we find the gang arriving at Ron's saloon to turn over Double Barrel Raider. Let's join the gang now and see how El Jefe reacts.
We didn't find your winch, but the jackass responsible, it was your man, Double Barrel Raider.
Thank you guys for bringing that traitor back. Have you met my associate Too Tall Mongo?
Good to meet you.
Why isn't he saying anything?
Oh, he's a mute.
Wait, he can't speak at all? Oh, crap, that's my kind of guy.
So you didn't find my winch?
El Jefe, by the time we got there, she had already escaped from Beaver's closet. Madame Sue put the word out, but don't worry, we will definitely find her.
Looks like you found a new winch anyway.
Yeah, Jay, my handyman, brought her to fill in, but she's no lusty. All right, y'all, help yourself to some drinks, and I'll have a reward for bringing back Raider brought to you. Mongo, take Raider out back, give him 5 minutes, then turn the dogs loose on him.
And the gang heads back to the bar for some drinks, where they bump into the virtuous Marshall Dillon.
Hey, ain't you Marshall Dillon the Pure?
That's what they call me.
Isn't this place a little inappropriate for you with all the drinking and gambling?
Gambling? I'm shocked to find that there is gambling going on in this fine establishment.
Don't forget your winnings, Marshall.
So, other than that, what brings you here?
Well, I'm here to round up a bunch of guys to form a posse to go after the Carolina Kid. I hear he's wanted in at least 7 states, and I've heard tell that the Whiskey Six Gang is about the best in the business.
Yeah, well, we do have a winch to find, but no reason we can't help you take down the Carolina Kid.
The gang's got a new job to do, folks. They hit the trail with Marshall Dillon in search of the Carolina Kid. On their way, they happen across a withered old maid walking alongside the road miles outside of town with Raider's white pony Vibe. They stop to see if she needs some assistance.
Ma'am, are you all right? What are you doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
I was riding to town when I was attacked and the youngin' with me was kidnapped.
Are you kidding me? Oh no, that must have been terrible.
Did you happen to get a good look at the fella who attacked you?
Yes, sir, I did. It was the Carolina Kid.
Hey, we're actually on our way to arrest him. Was the young lady with you your granddaughter?
No, she just escaped from being held captive. She was holed up with me for a couple of days.
Did she have green hair, surprised look on her face, and real big, well, you know.
Yes, youngin', she did.
Well, hot damn, that's the winch we've been looking for.
Oh, what's your name, ma'am?
My name's Grace Winona Scarnett Neville.
Whoa, lady, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Did you happen to see which way they went?
I believe they were headed north towards News Maxton.
Come on, ma'am. We'll see you at the town.
Well, y'all, the gang's got themselves a hot tip, just a tip, on the whereabouts of the Carolina Kid and Lusty. They arrive at News Maxton and head for Kitty Galore's, a saloon with a reputation for being a hangout for some of the shadiest hombres this side of the Mississippi.
Hey, you guys notice there's a lot of old people in this town?
Yeah, but we need to focus now. I smell mothballs.
Pardon me, are you Kitty Galore?
That'd be Miss Kitty galore to you, Marshall Dillon.
Yes, ma'am, Miss Kitty.
You and your friends thirsty?
Maybe.
You guys want to try some of my kitty liquor?
Did she just say kitty litter?
No, I said kitty liquor.
Phew.
It's juicy, going down. But after that, you can go all night long.
I think I'll pass.
Yes. No thanks.
I'll just have a beer.
Miss Kitty, have you seen the Carolina Kid around these parts?
Maybe. What's it worth to you, Marshall?
All right. How about you just set me and my friends here up with a round of that kitty liquor?
I might have seen him.
And what?
And I think y'all need another drink.
Okay, pour the dang drinks.
All right. He was in here. He was in earlier, and he said something about going to see Larky effing Spider.
Hey, Whiskey, did you notice those shifty characters in the back eyeballing us?
Yeah. They've been lurking back there, watching us since we walked in.
The gang turns from the bar just in time to see the two that had been watching them hurry out into the street.
Hey, let's follow those two. One of those fellers was with the Carolina Kid.
Let's go, gang.
Is that the Carolina Kid?
Drop your guns, kid. There's nowhere to run.
I ain't running from you. We've got you outmanned and outgunned.
Does your mom know you have her guns?
Not since I pulled them from your mom's gun box last night.
Better wipe that smirk off your face before I do it for you.
What do you mean? Like with a cloth?
It's your last chance. Drop them.
Like it's hot?
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
The kid's getting away.
Damn it! Oh, hey, one of them's still alive. I'm gonna put this dog down.
Wait, let's send the Carolina Kid a message.
You called down the thunder and now you've got it. Take a good look at your pals, because that's how you're gonna end up. You and your so-called jackholes are finished. You understand me? So run. Tell all the other curs the law's coming. You tell them I'm coming. And hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me.
The Carolina Kid has escaped, but Marshall Dillon and the Whiskey Six gang know he's headed to meet with Larky effing Spider. Does the Carolina Kid still have Lusty, or has she escaped again? Who is this Spider character, and where in the world are they going to find him? Tune into the next Adventures of the Whiskey Six gang to find out.
Rusty, stop bouncing your knee. You're shaking the floor.
What are you talking about, Leroy? I'm just sitting here. That's not me.
Well, what's vibrating the floor?
Coffee! Coffee, coffee, coffee! I love American Fried Roasters coffee!
Chris, how much coffee have you had, man?
I can see sounds. Be right back.
Okay then, American Pride Roasters, possibly the strongest coffee on earth. Please drink responsibly.
Order today and you can get our once-in-a-lifetime, everyday low price.
Coffee, coffee, coffee. I love coffee.
Yes, you got us where you want us because we've got to make some real money before the boss gets back from vacation.
So hurry on over to AmericanPrideRoasters.com, where our employees aren't treated nearly as badly as the state labor board would like you to believe, and with prices so low, you'll think we're relying on slave labor. But our lawyer says to say we ain't. AmericanPrideRoasters.com. That's AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
Well, once again, folks, there's your latest episode of Off Track Theater and the infamous Whiskey Six Gang.
That's
They certainly
pure radio aluminum there.
I gotta say, I honestly believe that was the best episode of Off Track Theater to date. I mean that, I really appreciate everything that went into that. You guys are. I think
Chris busted his butt on that.
Yes, and everyone was in character. That is so appreciated, and it was very smooth and had a nice flow to it. Excuse me. Hey, I hope you guys
although that storyline could be worked on a little bit, but you know, hey, you get what you pay for.
Well, when we make double and sometimes quadruple what Brad's dad brag. Look at me, I can't even speak. Brad
drink another one.
Makes every year. I make quadruple what he makes doing this show.
I do not make 1 penny more than what Brad does. I refuse.
I make quadruple.
Yeah,
I told Ron to give anything.
Because 4 times 0 is 0. That is correct.
Oh,
I told Ron to give all my stuff to Brad. So,
well, I'm glad you're so generous, Rusty.
I am. I'm generous.
Generous times 0 is still 0. Just saying. Oh my God! Welcome into Off Track, everybody. Melissa Sippy.
First of all, I would like to thank the Academy for the nomination.
Hey, are we giving out trophies or awards here?
Theater.
Look, I got to tell you, your last go around there at the very end of that was spot on, and I'm deathly afraid of you.
Yeah.
Well, in character at least.
Yeah, I'm a character. I'm a dork.
You and the rest of us. It's okay. No, seriously. Maybe it feels a little dorky, acting out, but it's fun, and we really enjoy doing it, and we hope that everyone else out there in the off-track listener land enjoys it, because there's a land of listeners. I think, what do we have, 9? Are we up to 9 listeners now, Rusty? I think you took count, right, at census?
We have 11.
I don't know.
on.
That other guy, I don't know if he's a citizen of off-track, so he doesn't count.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure it's tens of tens. I'm telling you.
So that could be
really
like 18 or 11,
right? Well, at least 20. I think we're up to 20.
If you remember, when we shot that scene, I was holding a double-barrel shotgun just so I could get into character.
And she's not even playing, folks. She literally, we were reading our lines, and Melissa shows up with a real double-barrel shotgun and is holding it in front of her mic. This girl is in character because she's badass, pretty much. So, anyway, Melissa, that was awesome. Seriously, thank you, everybody.
Oh, you too. You were awesome too. And the writers and the producers and the Academy and my family and my mom and my husband and my
God,
kids.
Jesus.
And Bob Cow, seriously, good job on this.
Yes. Cows.
Yes, definitely.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And I want to thank all the little people.
You like little people, don't you?
The midgets from Wizard of Oz. They helped me, get into character, and
they help you get out of your
Gary Coleman. He's
dead.
Inspired me.
He's on the roof, Rusty.
Emmanuel Lewis. Oh, hey.
Yes.
Dude, he's not little anymore, is he?
Bridget the midget doesn't listen to our show.
What?
Talk about her?
No, she
Somebody
doesn't.
Somebody needs to contact her.
Rusty, I think you're the guy.
I'm going to try to contact her. I am.
Just tell her how big of a fanboy you are of her, and I'm sure she'll just jump right on it.
Hey, I hope so.
I hope a little higher than normal.
Well,
Anyway.
Melissa Sippy, what are you drinking this evening?
Beer, Yingling tonight. I was going to make a drink. A friend of mine sent me a recipe for, because she knows I'm not into foo-foo drinks, but I do enjoy mojitos. You know, the rum without the sugar.
Yeah.
She sent me a drink recipe for a changing color mojito where once you put the ice in and then you pour the rum on it, it just starts to change between red, blue, and purple. But I did all the prep. The prep was kind of tedious, and I just didn't feel like doing it today.
Red, blue, and purple? I can.
Yes, I'll wait till
colors after you manipulate them a lot like that. So.
Yeah. I'll wait till we're live and do it on air.
Wait, we're live. Well, we're not.
No, I mean like on YouTube or like video.
Video, okay, much more. Right there.
But then that would be cool because I haven't even seen it yet.
I'm pretty sure that's a good idea. And hey, for anybody who's not aware, and we're kind of going back and forth with this, we're trying to promote the show. We do a little Facebook Live action occasionally for anybody who gives a damn. And, you know, we do maybe, 15-minute, 20, half hour, whatever, occasionally on Facebook. Go over to the Off Track with Whiskey 6 Facebook page. You can find us over there. The hilarity and the stupidity ensues on a regular basis.
Yeah. Get over there and like and share that for y'all, or for us, and spread that out. Help us out.
Yeah, maybe they'll like us and listen to Mojo too.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, you can find all of us on the Twitters. Individually. Look me up, Whiskey 6 at Whiskey 6. Got Rusty Lugnuts, Mississippi. Rule number 5. Jack Holt. I think that's his Twitter still. And you didn't change it. Rule number 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Go over and get that done. Instagram. I think we're all on Instagram as well. Melissa, you're on Instagram.
Yeah. I'm not.
You're present.
Active.
I'm not active on Instagram either. I got an account, but I ain't got enough time to do all these different freaking sites. I mean,
look, we don't have time to do this show right now.
You know why? Because we're old.
I did tell you I have to go tonight, right? I have things.
What? No, you're gonna have to be late.
Late,
but as far as getting the name out there, getting Mojo's name out there, and if you haven't done it already, and you can, and I really hope you would, let's throw a donation at Mojo 50. Let's keep these guys going. I mean, I'd like to still do this, a year.
Spread the word.
Spread the word.
Spread it. Hey, and if you can afford it, buy a billboard in your local city and put Mojo 50 TV on it along with Spoonie and Odyssey. That way everybody could see it.
Or you could go cheaper and just set up a $5 recurring donation. Come on, if we had like 500 or 1,000 people give them $5 a month, I mean, you can do without a freaking coffee or a meal or something.
Okay,
Come on.
My coffee's APR, so I don't go to Starbucks.
Well, whatever. Yeah, some people still go to Starbucks.
You did hear the new spot we just did. We're hoping that Mojo 50 will pick that up and put it in the slot slot. And
I like putting stuff in slots.
I know.
You almost missed that bell right there. I heard that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and boy, does your anus hurt. Because that's a coffee from APR. That's
right. Uranus hurts. Yes. That's there's also Doc's Bacon Blast. There's don't combine the two.
You'll get a Uranus Blast, and that'll be.
There's
bad.
Brandon Morris Code Monkey Bread. That's pretty good stuff. I got a couple bags of the Salted Army. I believe they call it salted caramel. And Mr. Dominic Izzo is actually. He's correct. Damn, his coffee's good. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Rusty,
I haven't tried that yet.
You look a little anxious over there, Rusty. I think maybe you should go over to mojo50.com/shop.
Oh, yeah?
Check out the CBD oils over there. You should. Might help you out with your anxiety.
If I use promo code whiskey, will I get $15 off?
Damn right, you'll get $15 off.
Nice.
Come on.
We are just one rolling commercial tonight, aren't we?
Well, hey, I haven't even got into my. I haven't even pulled out my combat flip flops from my cat cooler.
Whoa! Be
They're
pulling
on
stuff out.
Yeah, oh, sorry. I'm just trying to get it all in before we go to break, and
That's because you're on Tron Deal was on top of it. That's why.
Yeah.
we haven't even look. I haven't even whipped out my daily dumbass or Rusty's hard news yet. So
That's right.
Is that what you call it? Your dumbass?
well, I'm trying to stuff.
Everybody's got to have a name for it.
Ah.
There you go.
Rusty, do you have anything, or Melissa, or does any of you three there have anything before we run off and fill our glasses up?
I have a stupid tweet of the week.
Tell me about it.
One. If you eat eggs, or if you eat #eggs, you are consuming a hen's period. Does that sound healthy? It's disgusting and wrong.
Oh my God.
Okay, first of all, who's the idiot who doesn't know how the hell what the hell is an egg?
She is a vegetarian. I think her Twitter handle is plant-based Barb.
Did you swallow a frog? Does anybody else? I'm sorry. I'm not. Does anybody else notice her voice is really deep tonight?
Yeah, it sounds
My
like
voice
it's.
is deep. I have my spoony koozie over my mic.
Take your pop filter off for a minute and let me see.
I don't think that. Yeah, I was noticing it sounded like she was a little.
Tell me.
Hi, how are you?
Shut up. No, say something. Give me some audio. Audio check, Mississippi.
7 years ago, our forefathers brought forth on this.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Conceived
Yeah.
in liberty.
I wonder if it's her connection. Yeah, your voice is deeper. It actually is. Are you like taking medication? Are you taking testosterone?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a transition.
Well, yes, Rusty. She's getting testosterone injections. She's married.
I'm in the middle of a transition, so we'll.
Yes, you are deep. I'm sorry. Your voice has deepened.
Yeah. It might be the connection. Is the only thing I can
No, it's
figure.
not. It's a great connection. Evidently, look, you have to have a great connection to get some testosterone injections.
Oh.
She finally caught the joke. How funny is that?
Oh my God.
Yeah, so go ahead. Eggs are hen's periods. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, no, seriously. Did they not realize that it's going to turn into a bird if it's incubated and all that other crap? It's not a period. You don't have
Or
a
maybe it'll
period
just
and pop out a baby.
Eaten by a snake.
What'd you say, Chris?
Or maybe it'll rot or get eaten by a snake.
You know, speaking of snakes, I saw a video. I believe it was on Facebook this morning. I think it was a big anaconda or something in a foreign land, far, far away. It had something big in its belly, and it was regurgitating it, trying to push. It was like contracting and moving and twisting, pushing this thing forward towards its mouth. Like it didn't want to eat it. It didn't like what it had in its belly. And there's people standing around watching it, like a village. And I'm thinking, oh, please, please, please do not let this be a child. It was not a child.
What was it?
It was a big ass, like a crane, a bird. You know, a crane bird. Like, dude, the first thing to come out were its feet, and they were like freaking dinosaur feet. They were huge. They were, and then it was born breech. A breech birth through the face. Of a snake. Already. Anyway, hey guys, you know what to do. Stick around. Come right back for Off Track. Get derailed. Be right back. Welcome in, everybody, to Off Track with Whiskey 6. We're hanging out this evening. We're getting ready to bring in the guest from around the world. It's Big Bad Shellback Beau. How you doing, Beau? Beau Smith.
Hey, Whiskey. I'm doing good.
Climax right now. Go ahead. Just climax. Something different. Whatever. Just change it up every once in a while. Oh my God! Everybody, welcome in Mr. Beau Smith. He is he's a Navy man. He's active duty, and you are in Yokosuka, Japan. Is that correct?
Yep, Yokosuka, Japan. Been here since 2011, with the exception of a 18-month stint in San Diego for medical stuff.
Dude, that's a long time to be in one place in the military.
I love Japan.
Really?
Why?
Tell us about that.
And the girls are cuter over here than in the States.
Whoa,
Sounds like Beau's got a little bit
whatever.
of yellow fever going on.
Oh, I fully admit that.
So do they have like a sushi go around over there for like the women? Do they like sit on a plate and then you lift them up and then you can see how much they cost?
No.
Here's the thing, guys. Miss Mississippi is a veteran of the Navy as well, and she spent some time over there in Yokosuka, Japan. So Melissa's got the inside scoop in whatever Beau tells us, right?
Well, it's been a long time since I've been there, but there's some things I'm not sure I want to bring up.
Well, okay.
So when I went to Yokosuka, I was stationed on an island, like a very remote island south of the equator. And whenever I went to Yokosuka, a lot of my other Navy buddies, because the island that I was stationed on was very strict. So they would always ask me, "Hey, if you're going to Japan, bring us back some porn, bring us videos," because back then it wasn't. We couldn't access. I mean, they couldn't access porn from their computers. So they were like, "Hey, bring us back some videos." But then when you go to one of those stores and buy a video, everything is blurred out.
So you go to a porn store to buy porn, and everything in the store is blurred out?
No, when you actually watch the movie.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
And not that I ever did. I didn't. This is the feedback I received.
How do I believe you? Am I supposed to believe that?
I think that's true. I heard it from a friend.
Look, the friend you're talking about is Melissa herself. I think she's telling you a fib and us right now.
I ain't afraid to say it. I was just looking at porn the other day, and there was some Japanese on there, and yes, it's blurred out.
Just the vajay, right?
Point?
Right, just the vajayjay. Yeah.
All right, let me
Right, and
throw in a little
just the tip.
Let me throw in a little devil's advocate here. I would assume, well, I don't want to assume it, but I guess if they're doing this across the board with their quote porn in Japan. If they're regulating their internet because it's everywhere now, maybe they're not as desensitized as we are, and they can, excuse the expression, get off and still be blurred, or be blurred and still do that. You know what I mean? What's the story, Beau?
Is it possible that Asian people just have blurry genitals?
Okay, that's the line of the night right there. Isolate that audio, please.
Yes.
All right, so Beau, what's your take?
It used to be a regulation or a law that it was required to be blurred out, especially if they shaved down there. I don't remember. I read up on it years ago, so I don't remember exactly what was going on, but it's since been deregulated somewhat. So there is non-censored material out there now, but it's still common to blur out the genitalia.
So Melissa, so he brought up something here that begs a question for me. First of all, what year were you over there, Melissa?
2003.
Yeah, that shoots down my question, but I was going to say, were you over there before the internet was real popular? But no, 2003, the internet was kicking pretty strong, so all that stuff would have been available unless they're controlling their content.
Well, they are. The island that I was on personally, everything was controlled. It was through the government. Our Wi-Fi. Well, it wasn't Wi-Fi back then. You had to actually plug in still, but you were through an internet, not necessarily SIPRnet, but you were connected in your barracks room or tent or wherever you were staying, but that was through a government controlled access. Like if you wanted a recipe online and you searched for chicken breast, flagged. You'd get
Really?
flagged. Like, yeah,
Because of the word breast.
exactly.
That's odd. So, for the listeners, explain everyone who does not know what the difference SIPRnet and NIPRNet is. Because they have
So NIPRNet is a non-encrypted internet. It's what everybody uses.
Right.
SIPRNet is a different internet with secret classification and higher material on it.
There you go.
It doesn't even use the same wires or servers or anything. You can't get from one to the other. They're not connected whatsoever.
Yeah, it's like two different internets, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, and we dealt with that when we were overseas. And, yeah, there's a lot of different information that goes from one of them to, as opposed to the other, obviously, for good reasons. Let's keep it that way.
So that server that was in Hillary's bathroom, that one was obviously connected to this other one that was not accessible to everything else and totally encrypted, right?
No.
No.
The NSA has all her emails. Everyone of importance has those emails. It's all political and crap.
Whether or not the NSA does or doesn't, China and or Russia do.
Yes. Many people have those emails. It's all a game.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what's McDonald's like overseas over there in Japan? Do they serve beer like they do in Europe?
Oh, what was that?
Do they McDonald's and some of the American fast food places or some of the American amenities out there, do they serve beer like they do in Europe?
I haven't seen any beer at the American fast food restaurants here in Japan. Any other fast food restaurants that you go to, you can get beer. I was at a Becker's yesterday in Tokyo, and there was Heineken on draft there.
Nice.
Cool. Usually Green or Sapporo or Asahi, which are the Japanese beers, Suntory.
I guess if you were to have said that there's beer at fast food restaurants, it would have surprised me, considering that it seems to be that Japan is heavily controlled and regulated by the government. I mean, is it kind of like a socialist country, or?
It's capitalist, with the exception of they have a strong social security program, I would say. They have a strong Medicare, Medicaid type program going on. Because they're a Buddhist Shinto religion-based society, they have a very polite society, very well-mannered society, and they do care about taking care of people.
Right.
So they have the religious background that shows why they're doing as well as they are. And we nuked them a couple times, which took out any rebellious spirit that they had.
Ouch. Damn.
Well, there's that.
There's a comic book from, I think it's like the 50s, that shows they drew a comic book about the bombing of Hiroshima, I think it was. And it shows the shadows, the nuclear shadows from people that got zapped.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
The shadows permanently stained in the concrete or bricks or whatever.
Yeah.
And people melting and people dying horrible deaths. But we did warn them. You know, we did drop pamphlets before saying, hey, get out of these cities because we're going to nuke one of these cities. And then when it happened, we sent out more pamphlets saying, hey, we warned you. Here comes another one.
Right. Yeah, you know what? I still have no hard feelings. Yeah, when you come over to my country and you want to start a war on my land, you're going to get hurt. We're not going to sit around At least this is the way it used to be. And damn it, I hope to hell that if this shit happened again, we would retaliate in the same manner or worse. But I don't know about that rebuilding part. I'm still on the fence about that. I mean, I get it, but for the people.
I think the way that we rebuilt Japan was a successful reconstruction.
Sure.
How we went in there and we did everything. It's probably our most successful reconstruction of any war that we've. Definitely better than Germany.
Yeah.
Right.
Germany also has
so Beau, where are you originally from?
I'm from the Akron area of Ohio. Born in Cleveland, raised an hour south outside of Akron, and then I joined the Navy, and my parents moved while I was in boot camp to like half hour south.
That happens, actually. Many stories about parents not giving a forwarding address.
Yeah.
Beau, what are you saying?
He's gone. Let's move.
I did see the property. It was covered in snow, and when you look at 14 acres of snow-covered property and it's dark out because it's January, you're like, okay, this is nice. I have no idea where we are because you drove and I was in the back seat with the rest of the family. You're going to have... I never heard that. I never knew that names like Wolgamuth Road existed before that point because it's all Amish country.
Right. So what was there a point growing up that you realized that you wanted to join the military or especially the Navy and maybe have a specific career, or how'd that go for you?
So I started out wanting to be an astronaut. I wanted to get into space.
Wow.
I would still love to get into space. If Mars colonies were a actual thing that we could, if it was viable, and I would probably sign up for that still. But
that's actually,
from there I went, well, in order to become an astronaut, you need to be an Air Force pilot. And then I'm like, well, I could be a fighter pilot. That would be cool. And then I realized I don't know how to get into college.
Wait.
So I'm like, oh, I'm going to go enlisted.
Okay.
And then there wasn't an Air Force recruiter around. So I'm like, well, not join the Army. Let's try the Marine Corps. And the Marine Corps is like, oh, you're homeschooled? Yeah, you're too much paperwork. They already had plenty of Marine Corps recruits. They had like 14 recruits just waiting to go to boot camp. 14
What
to
year
20
did
of
you
them.
join?
So I signed up in 2005 and I ended up getting to boot camp the end of February 2006. So basically straight out of high school.
So I suspect that enlistment was pretty high back then as far as the numbers. They weren't hurting. Well, like you said, the Marine Corps, they had a lot of people.
The Navy was pretty good. The Navy recruiter actually turned me away too because he was lazy and didn't want to do the one extra piece of paperwork. He was a second class petty officer. Shippy was his name.
Shippy?
Really? Yeah, Shippy. I don't remember his
that is
rate.
ironic.
I can't remember if he was a yeoman or some sort of aviation guy, but he was on carriers at some point on the West Coast, and then he came to Medina, Ohio, and wanted to just, whatever.
All right. So real quick before we get too far, you guys are talking rates and then your rank. So I'm just used to the Air Force. Just you have a rank and then you have your job title.
So the Air Force, the Marine Corps, the Army, you have your MOS.
Right.
And MOS can switch every time you get a new job posting.
Right.
The Navy, you choose your rate, you choose your fate.
So you choose it's your job. Is that what you're saying? Your rate?
You choose your MOS, and your MOS defines your Navy career unless you specifically request at a re-enlistment, while you're doing your re-enlistment paperwork, to change to get a new MOS.
That's what I did.
Okay, so I guess my question with that is, okay, so for instance, in the Air Force, you know, there are only so many slots available for each career field.
Yep.
And in the Navy, if you're able to choose that, how do they not get overwhelmed in certain career fields? Because there's certain ones that might be cooler than others.
So you have to choose from what's available at the time.
Okay. Well, there you go. I guess that answers my question, because, man, if everything's full, you're screwed.
Yeah. So I signed up.
For job opening?
You can, but there's no guarantee.
Right. Yeah, it's the same across the board, I believe.
So I signed up for the advanced electronic computer field, and at the end of boot camp, they said, you're going to be an electronics technician. And so I went to A school for 9 months in Great Lakes, Illinois. And then in 2013, 5 days after I re-enlisted for 6 years, this was right after Edward Snowden did his disappearing act. DODCAF, the company in charge, or the department that was in charge of clearances, decided they needed to do a witch hunt to clean up their numbers, and I was a number. I had a foreign national fiance that was living with me, and so I had a little bit of debt, and they decided, all right, you're a soft target. You're a liability. You could be swayed to join the enemy. So we're going to take away your security clearance. You're asking for a top secret for your job, and we're going to take your secret clearance, and you're not allowed asking for a new one for 1 year. And I'm like, well, I'm never asking for one again.
Ow. That's political.
And so PERS personnel in Millington, Tennessee said, hey, we noticed you don't have a clearance anymore. Don't take the advancement exam to E6. Don't do any of that. Here's the reference to a list of rates that require clearances. Choose 3 rates that are not on this list, and we will do our best to give you one of those rates.
Man, that's got to be tough.
So I chose Corpsman, which had critically undermanned NECs, which are like sub-MOSs.
Right.
Mm-hmm. They had dental x-ray technician, another dental x-ray technician job, and their FMF corpsmen, the guys who go with the Marine expeditionary units, were all critically undermanned. So I was like, well, either I'll get to go see combat, or I'll get to play with x-ray stuff, which is the exact same stuff that I'm already working on. So just instead of communications, it's little x-rays.
So you're working on the machines for x-rays? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the dental x-ray machines, I would be operating and or maintaining them, which as an electronics technician, I was working on radars and communications equipment and navigation equipment. So
right.
You working on radars, not radar, right?
Radars.
Radar.
Okay, just making sure radars are okay.
And manning 50 caliber machine guns in the middle of the ocean looking for pirates.
There you go.
But that was just me being a sailor.
Right.
So are you drinking anything right now? I mean, I know it's, what time is it there?
It is 10:30 in the morning, I think.
10:51.
Are you drinking?
10:50 in the morning. And it's Sunday morning. Of course I'm drinking.
Yes.
I'm drinking what is called a Japonale.
What the hell is a Japonale?
So a highball is whiskey and tonic, or whatever sparkling water that you've got. A ginger whiskey is ginger ale instead of the tonic. A Japonale is ginger ale, sponsored by Canadian Dry, and sake. And I put the lemon in there for health reasons.
So sake and what was it? Sake and what now?
Ginger ale.
I never had that. I still have a bottle of hot sake from Whenever I say sake, I just say hot with it, but I still have one bottle left of sake because it's white. I know it keeps well. All the red wine I've had from Europe doesn't keep well, and they all expired. But anyway, that's
Is that
another
a
story.
racist drink? It's white.
Yes, it's white. It keeps well.
Privileged damn drink. I don't want to talk about that.
It does, and the strawberry wine kept well. But I still have one bottle, so I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
On ice, is it good on ice?
Yeah, that's the only way I've ever had it. It'd be weird if it was hot, I guess. I guess that could work.
Well, I don't know. Is it like a hot tea? I know. I see. For the listening audience, he's drinking a big glass mug, like a big glass tumbler with a handle, and it's got lemon
This is my
slices.
1-year Stein glass from Oktoberfest. Yokohama City has the largest Oktoberfest in the world outside of Japan, and I'll be able to get to go one more time before I leave Japan.
Wait, so when are you leaving Japan?
I am expecting sometime late October, early November. So
because you're going to Portsmouth, Virginia.
I've been accepted in the Integrated Disability Evaluations System due to my medical problems. It is I'm going to be evaluated for disability retirement.
No kidding.
Yeah, I've had blood clots
So-
3 times, and so I'm on blood thinners for the rest of my life, and I'm a type 2 diabetic now, so I'll be getting retirement pay at just under
I am
14.
so sorry to hear that, but
14 years. Damn, dude.
February will be my
tough.
14 year. Yeah.
Wow.
But
Yeah, that sucks. Dude. Sorry to hear.
I'm 32 years old, so I can get out and start a new career, and I'm looking to get into the power grid lineman field. That should be
There you go.
That's actually awesome.
Good paying work, and climbing a telephone pole
Be a
shouldn't
pole
be too
jock.
difficult. Climbing a ship's mast.
Watch out for the gaffs and sliding down the poles with the giant splinters up the thighs.
yes, I have a friend that's a lineman, but he's in Cheyenne,
Oh,
and it is cold. I don't know how the hell he does it, but he's ex-Navy, he's ex-CB, but I don't know how you could be a lineman in
it's a
Cheyenne.
tough gig anywhere.
Where's Cheyenne?
Crap.
I was in civil engineering in the Air Force, and that my roommates were pole jocks, and that's what they call them for the guys who don't know, pole jocks. And they had to go out there in school and learn how to climb a damn telephone pole. And seriously, it's no joke. There's guys that slip. These newbies, they slip, they slide down a telephone pole, and there is and when I say splinter, I mean a piece of wood, not a little sliver.
The
It was
naval
up
term
through
is
your
splinter.
thighs.
Were
Yeah.
they Polish too?
And
Because
let
that
me
would
tell
have been funny.
It was like if your thigh was an ass, it would have made a new hole all the way through your leg. It's gnarly and dangerous. But of course, they use lift trucks and booms and all this now. I mean, I think you still have to learn how to do all the old school stuff, and it's a good thing to do. But it's a very good paying job, and it's dangerous.
It is. Hey, Rusty,
Hey,
do we have time for what's hard, or should
think
we
we have to
wait
wait till
till
we come
after?
no, we're too close to the end here.
Yeah, that's all right. We're going to do that right when we come back from the break. So
Roger.
that's all right. But I guess I've got. I got a little minute here. We can finish this up. Finish up this segment real quick. I got a couple daily dumbasses if you guys want to hear that. So,
Daily dumbasses.
yay, daily! We need a sounder for the daily dumbass. By the way, for everyone who doesn't realize it, Chris was on here for a few minutes. Chris is glamping. He's in a cabin up in Wisconsin this weekend, but he did join us for a moment or two there.
He is drinking by the fire, so he's representing.
Right, and I think, Rusty's giving me the signal that he's got to go tinkle. Hey, put your pants up, Rusty. Anyway, hey, this woman could have been the worst neighbor of all time. This is our daily dumbass, by the way. Her name's Danielle. She lives in England, and she used to torment her neighbors by blasting Oh my God, what music would be the worst thing you could ever think of to torment your neighbors? Do you guys have an idea?
That one shark song thing?
Well, no, I mean like a band.
Nickelback?
No, I would much rather hear Nickelback. What do you think, Beau?
It's probably polka music.
No? Wow, that would be really shitty.
That would be Weird Al.
That would be torture, polka music. No, it's pop. I consider it pop at least. New band in the last, I don't know. I'm not into this. I don't know. How about I just tell you, it's One Direction. Yeah, she was blasting One Direction music. Yeah, I've never heard it. I've heard of them, but she was blasting One Direction music as loud as possible. Last year, she was asked politely to tone it down, but she continued and was fined. She was fined for playing One Direction.
Was it because of One Direction, or was it because of the volume of One Direction?
In my eyes, if she's over there blasting AC/DC or, I don't know, some Metallica, I might just get out and party, unless, of course, it's like all hours of the night. But she was fine regardless. She kept it. So now her stereo... This is a horribly written article. Now her stereo has been seized, basically. She can't play any music. She can't play any freaking music at all.
Is that legal?
Well, it's England.
Oh, never mind. That's
England.
Yeah, they don't have free speech over there.
No, they don't have free shit. They suck.
You have to have a license to own a TV.
Yeah, but sometimes the punishment fits the crime because it's freaking One Direction. Anyway, making people listen to One Direction, that's some kind of medieval sick shit, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't even know what they sing.
It's a pop. It's like what's that stupid NSYNC?
Boys to Men. I used to like Boys.
No, I meant to say Instinct. Yeah,
Instinct.
Instinct.
Which band was Justin Timberlake in?
Backstreet Boys, I think.
I don't know. I'm too old and didn't care.
He's either Backstreet Boys or NSYNC.
I don't know. I didn't like him back then, but I like Justin Timberlake now. Just putting it out there. Just
okay. You just
funny when he's doing the
coming
stuff
clean.
Lonely Island.
So, real quick, I guess if we got a minute, the next real quick Daily Dumbass, there really is such. See, that didn't even work. I'll hit it on the other side. How about that, real quick, and then we'll get to. I think Rusty went to the bathroom and made something hard. We're going to find out about it when we come back. Stick around. Off Track. Welcome back to Off Track, everyone. Just coming back from our hard break. And we are fortunate enough this evening, since Mr. Chris Branham, rule number 5, Jackhole, is camping, glamping, whatever you want to call that. We're fortunate enough to have someone sitting in for him this evening. Welcome, everyone. Miss Hot Rocki with an I from the Bells of Liberty. How are you this evening, Rocki?
Allegedly. Yes.
Allegedly what?
Hi. Allegedly hot.
Shut your
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay. Okay, you're not hot. It's just gorgeous, Rocky. Then.
There
you go. My gosh, that's an upgrade.
Good stuff.
Exactly.
All right, so Rocky's joining us for the rest of the show this evening. Thank you very much for bringing and bringing yourself and killing the sausage fest because, look, I know
Hey, I
Melissa's
don't have
here.
Well, I do in the fridge.
Oh my gosh! No, look. Thank
I've got
you.
some sausage
And-
right here.
No, thank you, Melissa.
Whoa, he's showing us his sausage.
hey.
Oh,
Oh
my
my
God, I
gosh.
can't believe he. Wow.
Whipped out his sausage. Put that,
That
stuff.
looks
that.
delicious.
They do. They're short, but they have girth.
Rocky,
Well
Rocky,
then,
Rocky,
hello.
you're taken. Okay. He whipped out his sausage right on. Gosh. Anyway.
Right on cue.
All right.
Yeah,
So, all right, let's get right back to it. On the other side there, I was doing the Daily Dumbass. I got another one here, and this one is actually right up Rusty Lugnuts' alley. I picked this
Oh, boy.
especially for Mr. Krusty Truck Nuts himself. I'm sorry.
Oh, Lord.
Rusty Lug Krusty whatever. That guy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, hey, did you guys know that there's actually such a thing as being too damn honest?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a bad thing?
Well, you know, for some people, too damn not honest is a really bad thing. But anyway, too damn honest is evidently a thing as well. A 22-year-old named, okay, get this. Pay attention to the, wait, what's that, Beau?
I think that was Pro Criminal Tip 431.
What, don't be too damn honest? Hold
Yeah.
your cards. Fair enough. I like that. Good idea. A 22-year-old, and pay attention to the name here, because this is part of the irony in my eyes, at least. Jose.
Jose.
Jose. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
Cuero.
He showed up at the Pasadena State. Sorry, I did not read that correctly. Pasadena Police Station. Don't ask me where I got state. To confess that he had gotten really drunk over the weekend and had a craving. What do you think a guy named Jose would have a craving for?
Tacos.
Oh, wait. I heard Rusty say tacos. Who said something else?
I said Taco Bell.
Have you read this story, Melissa?
No, I'm just going. I'm going
Bell
with
sounds
your
like
lead.
the perfect
Follow your
hangover
lead.
food.
Where I come from, no one named Jose eats Taco Bell. They go to a real damn Mexican restaurant.
Well, here we go to Taco Sombrero, but go ahead.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Anyway, yeah, he had a craving for some Doritos Locos taco shells. So, what did he do? He was the
He licked them.
dumbass. Well, I don't know about licking them, Rusty, but he broke into Taco Bell overnight and ate a bunch of them. A bunch of at least taco shells. Doritos Locos taco shells. Doesn't say tacos. Look, can you just go down?
Okay, whiskey. This takes place where? In Pasadena?
Pasadena. It is California.
Why do they not have a 24-hour Taco Bell, first of all?
That's a good question.
Yes.
I mean,
Because if they were open 24 hours, this would have never happened.
well, maybe he didn't
Second
have
of
any
all,
money.
if he would have wanted the Doritos tacos, he could have just bought a bag of frickin' Doritos at a 7-Eleven or any other store. So
not the same.
So the flavor is the same, but the texture is different.
It is
Is it?
completely different.
I'm getting
Have you-
fooled.
Huh.
Listen,
You
I
have
will
the
say,
texture
look,
of a taco shell instead of a Dorito.
I gotta say, I'm a fan. I'm not a
Yeah.
huge Taco Bell fan like my friend Rusty Lugnuts here is, and I'm surprised Rusty hasn't critiqued the whole. Let me finish the story. We'll get Rusty's take on it. 'Cause I know he wants to run this down. He wants to run it down hard, and then go into what's hard in the news. But
Right.
so anyway, Jose, he ate a bunch of taco shells. And basically, no one knew the Taco Bell had been broken into, and Jose turned himself in. What the hell kind of idiot turned yourself in? No one even knew about it. That's called character.
yeah, that's true.
That's wanting to right your wrongs right there.
That is the
How
power
about
of
just
that.
not doing it, period, and go home?
Yeah,
Well,
he kinda live with himself, but
I still think he's lying.
Well, look, it just, look, there's a reason this moron craves Locos taco shells.
was he high?
He's crazy. No.
Well, he was
they're just
drunk.
Locos. No, he's crazy. It says that right there. He's
No.
local.
His name was Jose Locos.
Maybe.
He's Jose, and he's locos for some locos tacos.
There you go.
All right, Rusty, what do you got on this? What's your take? I know you're a Taco Bell fanatic. Fantastic.
I'm more of a burrito kind of guy. I'm not really the taco. I don't care for the hard
Number one
tacos.
aficionado.
So I'm more
What he's saying is that he doesn't like it hard. He likes it soft.
No, he likes it hard. He's always trying to make it hard.
Well, but I think he's lying. I don't think he was drunk. I think he was stoned. I mean, you get the munchies for Doritos when you're stoned, and
well, that's a possibility. I will give you that.
So
who knows? Munchies for Doritos.
Drugs and or alcohol may have been a factor. So I think that that's perfectly clear. And I'm wondering if maybe that is his local Taco Bell. And if there was going to be any footage of him breaking into the Taco Bell, they were going to say, oh, that's Jose. He's here every other day.
Yeah.
My question is if no one, according to the story at least, no one knew that the store had been broken into, how did he?
Yeah, but he did.
But he doesn't know that.
Yeah, he doesn't know that. I mean, their cameras might have been down.
No, I understand that. My question is how did he get in and not be any evidence of their being broken into?
Drive-through window, maybe?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not. I don't have
he
the
cleaned up after himself and got all the crumbs.
We need more information.
I don't know.
I think we do. The unfortunate part of this is there's no more info. Anyway, okay.
Oh well.
Rusty, what's hard?
Yeah. We don't have our sounder for what's hard.
I know. Chris ain't here. He left us high and dry. Damn it.
Lamper.
Anyway,
tell us what's
okay.
hard in the news.
All right. Dun, 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 dun. What's hard in the news? There, I did my own sounder. So
Well, that guy, Rusty.
So I got some important news from the world of science. Did you know that if you happen to suffer a traumatic brain injury, you might experience headaches?
Yes.
No, shut your
You know what can help with that, though?
Mm-hmm.
Mojo50/shop. Scroll down, click on the KBD CBD oils, and promo code whiskey get you $15 off.
And if you have any moral religious issues for CBD oils, you can just go over to @APR Coffee and get some coffee. It's not the same, but it'll do the job.
You know,
Get
CBD oils
yourself.
don't.
It is a cure-all.
Yep. Do yourself a favor and get a pound of the On the Roof blend. Trust me, it's $20, but it is worth every single.
That's same as downtown, ain't it?
That's same as downtown. You've got that correct.
Yeah.
It is.
Hold on, Rusty.
The best accident.
To touch on what Beau said real quick about the religious beliefs and everything, it's not actually made from marijuana. It's made from hemp. So there's that.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, in other breakthrough findings.
Moving right along.
I cannot wait for hemp brew.
In other breakthrough findings, knee surgery may interfere with your jogging.
It does. Trust me, I know that.
Huh.
Yeah.
And so does
also.
How so?
Also, the.
You want commentary?
I don't know. You figure it out. Also, it has been found that alcohol lowers your inhibition and relaxes people at parties.
I think you're full of shit.
These are some of the breakthrough studies that have been conducted. Yeah, over the last few years. So
where'd the
our
funding
tax dollars are going to fund this?
Exactly. These not exactly jaw-dropping studies are entirely real, funded, peer-reviewed, published, and these are like 10 best. What is that called? The scientific study of duh. You know, pretty much you. So here's another one. Studies show beneficial effects of having electric fans in extreme heat and humidity. We paid for that one.
Eh.
Wait. So the study I do every night with the fan, they got paid to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Why
It
am I
turns
not
out
getting paid.
it turns out in this breakthrough study, if you don't have air conditioning, fans move air, which creates a cooling effect, and that's at least the news from a study in the Journal of American Medical Association.
Recently?
February of 2016.
2016, they didn't know that moving air is cooler than stagnant air.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there.
Sierra.
Yeah, you don't cool the air. You just remove the heat.
There it is.
Yep. Still to come.
Scientifically correct.
Yeah, still to come. Why snowblower use declines in July?
Wait, what?
What's her name again?
You don't say.
Yeah.
Come on.
Another.
I don't know, but
It depends where you live. If it's Antarctica, no, I think or actually, if it's south of the equator, July would be the hot time. The hot sales for snowblowers.
Another one is being homeless is bad for your health.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's actually comical.
Even though that you are getting the fresh air and the lean diet and vigorous exercise most of the time, living on the street is no picnic. And
it's not
this
a
one.
diet. You get $1, you go buy a dollar menu from McDonald's. It's not lean diet.
Oh my God, she's up with the dollar menu.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, this study in the Journal of Health Psychology shows it's not just the absence of a fixed address that hurts, but the absence of luxuries like, say, walls and a roof.
Look,
that is especially true in winter.
Especially.
Right? Is that not true? You can be homeless and have a, quote, fixed address. You can have a P.O. box.
Where?
Homeless.
Yeah, well, so anyway, so all you homeless people, quit bragging. You're no healthier than the rest of us.
If you're hungry,
I'm not sure about that. Okay.
No more Nutri-Grain bars for you.
A study.
Not my window anymore.
A study in the American Statistician showed that statistical analysis revealed Mexican drug war increased homicide rates.
You think? Let me ask you something, Rusty. All this the hard news that you're pulling off isn't so hard today, but I want to know where your sources are.
Well, the American Statistician.
I think you're reading from the Daily Mass News.
No, I think they're all empirical studies. I think he said they were from peer-reviewed journals.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, and here, this last one, I ain't going through all of them because it's just. But this one is really, y'all are gonna, and I can't believe that this was done in 2015. Scientists discover there is a difference between the sexes.
Wait. No, you don't. No.
Sorry, I
don't agree.
I'm gonna need a moment. I'm gonna need a moment to recover. From
Yeah.
that.
There's absolutely no difference between a man and a woman. Can't you tell that by looking at him?
No, look at Rocki and look at Whiskey. Do you see a difference?
Thank God, yes. She has hair.
Wait,
hold on.
What?
Okay, I take my hat off. Now, is there a difference?
Yeah, on one the hair's down here, and the other one the hair's up here.
Yeah.
Hold on. Am I doing this right? Squeeze them together.
You're supposed to.
Wait, show me how to do it, because I don't have any of those.
Jeez.
There we go.
Oh.
Hey. Anyway, wow.
Is
That's why you
it
don't have video.
Is it over?
Man, that's like
So the scientists.
Come on now.
Yes. Come on. All right. So somewhere in the basements of Northwestern University dwell the scientists who made this amazing discovery that there is a difference. So
in the year 2015, they didn't know this. They had to do a stupid study.
I know it. They toiled.
Is Northwestern in California?
I don't know.
I don't have any idea.
I'm thinking it'd be Washington or something.
I think it's just
Western
Washington and Oregon.
I know there's a Northwestern in Illinois, and that wouldn't surprise me because. Anyway,
So these scientists toiled in the darkness, their light-sensitive eyes needing only the barest illumination to see. Then they emerged one day, blinking into the light, and discovered that the surface creatures seemed to come in two distinct varieties.
oh my gosh, what man and woman?
Yeah, man and woman. Intrigued, they wandered among them, then went on to a kegger and haven't been seen since.
Yes, in fact, Northwestern University is in Evanston, Illinois.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, University.
See, there it is. Okay. Their colors are purple too, by the way, because it matters. Purple.
Oh,
Gold.
Okay.
blue combined. Gotcha.
Yeah, whatever. Stuff. I'm not a fan of them stories, Rusty. I mean, look, you did a great job, but the stories themselves, who the hell? It's not the stories, it's the content. And
I applaud.
why don't we go back? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I applaud these college students for pulling a fast one on the federal government, because how much money
and the
they
American
get
taxpayer.
to do the obvious.
Well, you know what? In my eyes,
Don't be mad at them.
the United States government is going to give anybody money to do any damn study they want as long as they're taking their ass to get indoctrinated by college.
I bet the founder of the studies, or the person who wrote the grant for these studies, was ex-Navy, and his name is Captain Obvious.
He's got a bird on his shoulder.
It might be just Marine Corps with 2 silver bars.
Okay.
Seriously.
I mean,
So
Yeah.
it's all in the name of the study. What the prospective name of the study is going to be. If it sounds something remotely relevant to whatever the social justice narrative is, they'll probably be like, "That sounds perfect. We'll give you all the money you want," even if it ends up being something extremely stupid. But
And that sucks because it's political.
yes, of
and
course,
it shouldn't be.
It always is.
It shouldn't be. An actual scientific study should be non-political, but
To be scientific.
I know.
Yeah. But
Don't get me
when
started.
when science has been made political, then there's really then is it really science?
Nope.
No.
Then
No, because there's an agenda from one side or the other, and it doesn't have to be the left or the. It could be both.
Mm-hmm.
So Rocki, why do they call it political science? That still just I've never taken a political science course. I've taken other college courses. So why do they call it political science? There's no science to it.
There's no science to it, but
It's
that's what
opinion-based.
they call it. I
To-
don't know.
to-
I don't know what else to tell you.
They should
To
call it
make it-
psychology.
To make it credible, to make it a credible
Probably
course
to
or
validate,
credible
probably to
degree.
validate the fact that you're going to be sitting there and being indoctrinated with Howard Zinn's History of the United States. You're going to be bopped over the head with that for 4 years, and be made
Yep.
to believe that what's written there is actual history of the United States when it's not.
And
You
it's
can
all
just-
and it's all based on your professor or your instructor.
Well, it's
And
political
how-
science
And how
because
diverse are they?
even though it's an art form, to do science, to do politics, they want to break it down to a science and claim it's a science so that people can't argue with them.
Yeah, but it's all
agree with
based on your. No, I totally agree. But it's you'll have different professors or instructors who will still.
Manipulate.
Thank you, Whiskey.
You can have 5 different professors, but if they're all saying the same thing, are they really different?
No, right? Because
No, because the majority of them. I forgot who it was that did that study on them, but it was 85% of the political science professors, or all professors, but in the realm of political science, are
liberal.
leaning one way. And
Okay,
you
so
only
here's-
have 15% leaning the other way. So you're not going to get a robust, well-rounded curriculum.
It's not going to be fair, and it's not going to be centrist, I guess is the word that I want to use, where you actually do get both sides. And that's unfortunate, because this is why we end up in the climate that we're in now, where kids are spouting things without even having a remote understanding of what it is that they're saying, because they're just parroting points that their professors have been saying for years.
Yes.
Without the backup of each statement. Without the knowledge that backs up each statement, I should say. Or why they make that statement. Go ahead, Beau.
They really enjoy their circular reasoning. You know,
Yes.
I have proven A because I've used the results of person B, and person B's used the results of person C, who's used the results of person D, who's used the results of person A. There's no outside influence. There's no center point for it coming from an ultimate source. So it's
this
just
actually
circular.
proves my This actually proves my whole thought on college itself. Okay, it's not that I want to say that, you know, don't go out, don't go to college, don't get an education, any of that. But somewhere along the line, before there was a college, there was a first teacher, a professor, you know, whatever. Before there was an organized educational system of any kind, there was one person who started teaching someone. Okay, they taught their opinion or what they had found to be their truth. Now, a lot of it could have been truth, but the next person who came along who did some experiments might have found a completely different result. But no, they're not right because they're not the teacher. You know what I'm saying? So education to me is still always opinion. It might be factual opinion to an extent, but it is always going to be an opinion. There will always be an argument to everything studied or taught.
You're correct. And I almost texted you yesterday because I went, you know, because I'm a perpetual student. Not that I love college, but I love
learning.
I just love learning.
Growing your mind.
So in my studies, we went. So I had to read the chapter on social justice, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Oh no! Wait, there is a chapter on social justice that you have to learn about.
Yep.
Are you going to tell?
Social justice, or are we talking about the French Revolution?
How is this going so fast?
It is.
Damn, folks. I
awesome.
love you guys. This is the shit right here. Hey, stick around. Come right back. Go fill your drinks and go empty your bladders. Off track.
Go poop.
Welcome back from the other side of the tracks, folks. We're hanging out tonight. I think we are actually getting derailed by our guest tonight. He's a little quiet, but that's good because, man, we've got a lot of information out of this guy and might be more information than the NSA could give us. Just saying.
Shellback Beau.
Yeah, Mr. Shellback himself, Beau Smith, all the way from Yokosuka, Japan. What's the weather like over there right now, Beau?
It is overcast, about 82 degrees, feels like 87, and 92% humidity, which is about average. It's anywhere from 85 to 110% humidity here.
Wait, damn, that's humid.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Okay, look, that'd be like drowning. Just saying.
Oh, it's surrounded by water, so.
I know. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I am not surrounded by water.
Cooler than last year here.
It's what? You say it's cooler?
Yeah, it's about 20 degrees cooler than it was last year here. We had like 30 or 40 people die last year from heat-related injuries because it was about 110 degrees here, high humidity. I didn't experience it. I was in Guam on went to a Navy school for whatever it was.
Did you go scuba diving in Guam?
I did not. I only had a week there, and I didn't have the money.
Oh, well, that makes a difference.
Hey, what percentage humidity did you say it was?
Currently 92 last I looked.
Oh, it's 93 here.
It's 13 where I'm at.
Shut your dirty whore mouth.
How do you not get hydrated? Just like you step outside and the water should like flow from your body with that little.
No.
I drink a lot.
It's actually, okay, look, it is sorry, the expression, it is a dry heat, of course. There is no humidity. So when it's 115 here, it feels like it's about 85 where you are. It's just.
I did drive through Arizona back in 2017. Drove from San Diego to Worcester, Ohio. Took the southern route, hit Dallas, where my brother was living.
You went right past my house.
Yeah, that was before I knew you.
Yeah,
though.
he waved.
Yeah, I know. That was before the stuff.
Yeah, Rusty, did you had something else?
He's still hard.
He had something hard he wanted to show everybody.
Yeah, I have 10 unusual urine uses and studies.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, damn it. Why did you ask that, Mississippi? Seriously, uses for urine. 1, put it in the toilet, hit flush.
Well, studies and uses.
What do you call it? Jellyfish stings. Is that one?
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
Number 10, the pool.
For this segment.
Yeah. There you go. The pool pee test. People like to pee in swimming pools. Unfortunately, there's no effective way to know how much urine visitors deposit in your pool until 2017. Toxicologists from Alberta found a way to track some of it. They found that the artificial sweetener sulfamine. No, the other one is asulfame potassium. It's an artificial, sweetener.
Chemical.
That it doesn't break down, I guess, in your body the same way, and they can track it. Anyway, they found by looking for this sweetener, they got samples from 22 swimming pools and 8 hot tubs, and collected tap water. I got
to interrupt here.
Yeah.
If you're getting samples out of a hot tub, you're going to get a whole lot more than urine samples.
Yeah.
Just letting y'all know, and I'm sure the audience is well aware, and they're going like, shut up, stop. No, we don't want to know that.
Whatever do you mean?
The concentration of the sweetener was 571 times greater in pools and tubs than it was in hot tubs than it was in the tap water. And based on the level of this, the pools contained 30 to 75 liters of urine depending on the size of the pool.
Okay, so let's run this down, what you just said here. Let's cover this. You just said that it was how many times higher than the tap water?
571 times
571 times higher in a pool or a hot tub than tap water. Here's a question. Yeah. How do you pee in tap water? You don't. You got to go out to the damn water facility.
But that's the point. That's the point.
Well, of course. There's not going to be urine in tap water. There better not be.
That's the constant for the experiment.
Right.
If it's 571 times,
99.97% of stuff filtered out.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Rusty?
Fair enough. Okay.
Rusty,
what?
Have you ever peed in a pool?
Absolutely.
I'm
not lying.
In my pool?
Those records are sealed.
Rusty?
got
is
the answer to your
caught.
question.
Whiskey?
I've never been in your pool.
Have you peed in your pool?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What?
There's my
Why
take.
lie about it? What the hell does the difference make? You know, what is it? Do I drink the pool water? No, my dogs do, though. And they were told. Now, look. Now, here's this from the pool guy, the pool man, who comes and checks the, every once in a while, whatever. They do water testing and our pool is set up to where it has enough chemicals in it where it is safe enough for the dogs to drink out of. You can't keep the dogs out of the pool when you're not home. Whatever.
Salt or chlorine?
No, it's chlorine, but that's what comes out of your tap water as well. It's chlorinated. But regardless, the dogs go into the pool. They swim, and damn it, I bet you they're peeing in the pool too. Just saying.
Good save today.
They can just walk right out there and walk right out.
And here's a study that goes back to the worthless studies that we pay for, but here we go. The 21-second rule. In 2014, researchers timed how long it took for mammals to urinate.
Mammals, so that includes us.
Yeah. The team started with animals at Zoo Atlanta and watched YouTube videos, and incredibly, any mammal bigger than a rat took roughly 21 seconds to urinate.
Why is that? Who cares?
The size of the animal made no difference. Cats to elephants all peed within the same time frame, even though elephants dump around 5 gallons of urine while cats tinkle about a teaspoon's worth.
Teaspoon
So the hole's bigger.
Hashbag.
Well, there you go.
Sorry. Hashbag. I meant hashtag teaspoon tinkle. What the hell? Who the hell cares how long it takes for anything to pee?
Yeah.
Who gives a damn?
Well, they're saying that this information, there's no reason why the phenomenon cannot one day be applied to large artificial water systems.
Okay, the length of time it takes me to pee has no effect on how much pee I put in it. Evidently, because it's 5 gallons for an elephant, it's a teaspoon for a cat.
Instead
of time is stupid.
Can we go back?
Well, you know what?
Can we go back to talking shit?
No.
Okay, Ron, go poop. Elephant has to poop.
But I tell you what, I'm gonna be the next time I go pee. I'm freaking timing it. I can't believe it. I am.
You know what? Okay.
Did you see on Amazon Prime last week because it was Prime Day how quickly Poopery went. I tried to click it, and it's like, sorry, join waitlist.
So why were you trying to look at poopery there, Melissa?
Because I like it. I like to keep it in my purse, and I was
You
going to
what?
send. I keep the travel ones in my purse,
Oh, your purse. Gotcha. Okay, moving on.
and then
I didn't. Okay.
I was just trying to talk shit in the middle of talking pee. Go ahead.
You know
Go
what?
ahead.
I'd rather talk shit. And
Are you
honestly,
talking about that aerosol can that makes your bathroom smell better?
Like the Glade can? Like the Glade
No, no, Poopery. You spray it on the
Poopery is in the toilet, yeah.
before
it's
you
essential
go,
oils.
and it creates a barrier
Yeah.
so the scent doesn't go up.
Whatever.
Okay, I thought you were talking
But
about
what?
the potpourri or whatever it is, the horrible smelling dead flower thing.
Yeah. But here's what I want to know. It doesn't do anything for the time that is exposed to the air from till it hits the. There's there.
Are
You know.
talking about the time it
Till it hits
leaves
the
your
air.
finger to the time it
Oxygen.
splashes in the toilet?
Yeah. Yeah.
Rocky already
I mean-
changed her name on her screen.
Yeah, I did too.
This is Rocky.
Notice it now?
Formerly Chris Branham. I just noticed this. Okay, so Melissa's. What did yours say?
Mine's just my name. I need
Melissa Renner. Oh
Yeah.
shit! Those
Yeah.
records are sealed.
Thanks.
My bad.
Thanks.
I just noticed that. I'm like, what the hell does that say? And for those who don't know,
Wait, no, gorgeous.
we use Zoom to communicate for our podcast and our show, and we can all see each other, video wise. And every time someone speaks, like say for instance Rusty, when he speaks, a little highlighted square, highlighted ring goes around his his video, whatever, feed. And it says, it used to say Rusty Lugnuts underneath there. Now it says formerly Chris Branham. And then Rockies.
Well, earlier it said Chris Branham.
Oh,
Yes.
it did? Okay.
Yes, it
I
did.
gotcha. He changed it. So, Rocky, what does yours say now?
First it started with my name, with my real name. Then I changed it to Hot Rocky, and then based on the conversation from earlier, it's like hot. Wait, no, gorgeous Rocky. To put gorgeous in like quotation marks.
Am I expecting a Twitter handle change here coming up?
I cannot. I will not own up to that. I still don't
You just
know.
did.
Own up. No, I don't up to.
You know, you just told, you know you're on the air, right?
This
You
is
just told the world.
I don't. No. No.
So,
Sorry.
so what? Here's
I
what's
refuse
happening.
I refuse to accept that reality.
I'm feeling pretty good here because Doc Thompson was famous for getting people to change their names.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually accomplished that a few times since January being on the radio.
You did how you it was you who actually prompted me to change the name to Hot Rocky on MeWe and Twitter. But
and
I am
Slut Monkey Jill Hole was one of them. She's since changed it again. That's fine.
Priceless.
Priceless.
Yeah, there's her. Megan, yeah, Priceless. I think she's changed it again, maybe.
I think she's Priceless 6.
Jill Hole, right?
Yeah, Priceless 6.
She
Yeah.
dropped the Jill Hole, I think.
Why'd she drop the Jill Hole?
I don't know.
Not that you guys would know. Sorry, I don't know.
Oh.
I'm waiting to get Rusty to change his name.
To what?
Nope.
Jill Hole?
Rusty Truck Nuts.
No.
No.
All right. So, okay. So on this day, so James Fix,
what day is it?
was the author of The Complete Book of Running and launched a nationwide running craze. 1977. Fix started running and quit smoking at age 35, where he weighed 214 and smoked 2 packs of cigarettes per day. 10 years later, when his book was published, he was 60 pounds lighter. The book sold over 1 million copies. But on this day, July 20th, 1984, James Fix died of a heart attack while jogging.
Don't jog.
Yes,
You
yeah.
haven't learned that by now? Stop jogging, Jody. Jody,
Yeah,
stop.
of course. You get so many heartbeats in a lifespan.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to stop either. So
Wait.
I'm going to start on Monday. Well, actually, August 8th, I'm going to start running again.
Did Rocky just say that you jog, Rocky?
Mm-hmm.
yes, I do.
Why?
Hopefully on a treadmill.
Yeah, you don't see her.
I am on a treadmill just because it's easier.
There's
And
no
I'm
train
trying
tracks.
I'm trying to get myself to a level where I can actually participate in a race. So I want to start on the treadmill, and then I'll take it onto the road. But the problem with
not saying
road
tracks.
running, nowhere. Luckily there's no train tracks by where I live, so I
But
lucked
is there
out.
any in the race?
No, I don't think so. No.
Can you confirm that?
I can
No,
confirm.
just actually keep your incline at 1 instead
Yes,
of
I
0.
do.
Yes,
I do.
perfect.
So, I'm conditioning my body to get used to it before I take it to the formal level of participating in a race.
I am
Part
going
of-
to actually, Rocky. I'm going to try to get back into it. Also, I have a treadmill at the house, and when you're ready to do a 5K or whatever, I will go over to Florida, and
I'm contemplating it for next year. So
Yes.
if I go through with it, and I'm hoping to, I'll let you know, and
I want to go with you because I think we have the same pace right now. So I think that would be awesome.
Rusty and I are in the same pace as well, by the way.
What?
I'm afraid to ask a pace of what.
0. By the way, Beau, do you run? Do you exercise? What do you
He
guys
has
do?
to. He has to do a mile and a half in 10:40.
I am part of the 3 Mile Club. I do a mile and a half every 6 months.
I got you. 3 Mile Club every year. Yep.
Actually, I do 12 minutes of bicycle riding for my cardio event.
12 minutes every how often?
For the bicycle, so you're half Air Force. I'm just kidding. I understand the disability thing.
Yeah, you can choose between doing the 1.5 mile run, or you can do the equivalent thereof, which is 12 minutes on the bicycle. You can do 12 minutes on the treadmill.
But that is not easy.
No,
I
That
can't do
is
I don't
treadmills.
remember how treadmill works. 12
That
minutes on the
is
elliptical,
not
you
easy.
can do a swim test, and then next year they're bringing in the row machine.
I
No.
want a rowing machine so bad.
Yeah, so two of the changes they're making to the Navy PRT system is instead of doing push-ups, sit-ups, and a run, you can, instead of doing the run, you can do a row machine. And instead of push sit-ups, they're getting rid of sit-ups, and they're going to be doing, somehow they're going to be inserting planks. And you're going to do a plank for a certain length of time, and the longer you do it, I guess, is the better your score. So you're doing core and upper body workout purely. You don't even have to do leg day whatsoever from now on.
Wow, I like that.
I've been saying for years that you
I'm
need
a
to have
2-minute planker. That's
150-pound dummy, and you have to be able to carry out of a smoke-filled room while in full firefighting equipment. And you better be able to, and then instead of having BMI checks and weigh-ins, you should be able to just put on your firefighting equipment in a certain time span and fit through a scuttle, which is like 18 inches, 2 feet in diameter. And if you can't fit through the scuttle on the ship in full firefighting equipment, then you don't belong on the ship. And if you don't belong on a ship, you don't belong in the Navy.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but when I was on an aircraft carrier, I'm going to try to tell this real quick. I was on an aircraft carrier, and I was in the weapons department as a machinist mate. But anyway, we had this girl with us, and she was an AO, aviation ordnanceman. But oh my goodness, she was awesome, hard worker, super funny, but holy crap, she had a huge butt. She could not fit down a scuttle. We tried because we were going down into the magazines to check the check
You
weapons.
guys speak English for the rest of our listeners?
And she had a.
So we have hatches and scuttles. Hatches are big square holes in the floor with a door that comes down.
Right.
The scuttle is a small circular hole, usually in that square door on the deck. And it's only big enough, it's like 18, 20 inches usually, or I think, in diameter. So you fit through it, and you have your firefighting bottle on you, but it's
But
you got
this girl didn't have a firefight. We were just going down there for maintenance, just going down the ladders, and she could not squeegee her butt.
Squeegee. Oh, look.
Go down there, but no,
the
she
butt.
stayed in. I don't know. I knew her for like at least 3 years, and back then though, it was before the new PRT standards, so they kept her in. But oh my goodness, I felt so bad, but she took it gracefully. Like she's like, oh my God, I can't fit. Because all the rest of her was fine. Like here was fine and her legs are fine. She just had a really big butt and she couldn't fit, but she took it very gracefully. She was definitely embarrassed, but just kind of embraced it like, oh, well.
Yeah, you can't get embarrassed in the Navy. If you show embarrassment, that's weakness. You will be harassed.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think that's how any of the branches are. I had a guy, seaman on my first ship. He couldn't fit through the scuttles whatsoever. So he was like 350 pounds. He definitely had a weight issue, and he ended up getting kicked out for it. I found him. I caught him sleeping during general quarters drill, and I didn't even wake him up because I knew he couldn't fit in the scuttle to go to his assigned workstation for GQ. So I just called up his LPO and told him, "Hey, FCSN down here is sleeping in his rack. I'm not going to wake him up. You can deal with him after GQ." And he's like, "Thanks for the info."
Damn.
Yep. Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. Okay.
So
And that's why transgender is really hard to embrace when you're in the military.
So to combat this heat, July 21st, 1983, It was minus 128.6 degrees Fahrenheit in Vostok, Antarctica.
It was minus what? Is
128.6.
that the world record?
Yes.
That's cold.
Yeah, but
does
that's
that,
an
though?
Antarctic winter for you.
What'd you say, Bob?
Nippy out.
That's the Antarctic winter.
Yeah.
That's July, right? Right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like saying January on the North Pole. Except
Yeah,
South
I
Pole's
was in
pretty cold.
Alaska. I saw 60 below zero, which is nowhere close to Antarctica record. That's for damn.
Do not lick a flagpole in that environment.
Look, you don't lick flagpoles anywhere at any time.
That's gross.
All right.
You're nasty. Don't do that.
Bad dad joke of the day. What do you do if someone tells you you don't have the right to impersonate a flamingo?
Whoa, hold on. Let me think about this.
Move it.
You don't have
leg.
the right to impersonate a flamingo. Lift one leg and piss on him. I don't know.
Close. Put your foot down.
Shut. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that was clear, right? Yeah.
Close enough.
I was just referring back to your.
I wish I had a sound effect for that.
Oh, wait.
Thank you.
All right, I forgot to. Wait, I still don't have the other one though, right? It didn't work out. Joke. There it is.
Thank you. So, does anybody watch Stranger Things?
Oh, don't.
I haven't watched the third season yet.
I finished it last night, and it was extremely binge-worthy. More binge-worthy than the second season. I'm just saying. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but everybody dies.
What?
Kirk Douglas, done.
Even that one guy?
Yep, everybody dies. No, but it
Thank you.
was really good, though.
To be honest, I couldn't get through the first season.
Oh my
Really?
God.
It's the 80s. I do not care for anything set in the 80s. I don't care for anything set in the 80s. I don't care for anything set in the early 90s.
Oh my God, the 80s were the best, man. The 80s is what created everything that we have today. I mean, come on.
The
I
mom
like the
jeans.
music. Some of it, most of it. I'm not going to say all of it because I don't know what is and what isn't anymore.
The mom jeans.
You mean Obama jeans?
Oh yeah, they go all the way up over your belly button.
No.
Yes.
No.
Those are now called high rise.
I'm
High
not a
rise
fan.
jeans.
I miss the low rise jeans actually. I like the low rise jeans. Yeah.
Nope. Hard pass on that.
Well,
No.
okay.
No, you gotta have a certain body for the low-rise jeans, and this isn't one of them. But the
Neither one of you have ever worn low rise jeans.
I actually bought a pair today, and
You just said no, and now today itself you bought a pair.
because I am in a process of transitioning, so I bought.
Whoa,
three
whoa.
different-
Are you taking you gonna like get the penis or what?
No, I'm transitioning from fat person to not fat person.
Oh, as long as it wasn't Rocky with an I to Rocky with a Y.
No,
Rocky
or
with a D.
There it is. That is the joke of the night.
No, so all joking aside, I had to buy three different pairs of jeans, 3 different cuts, so that I know where I am fit wise and what works with my body now compared to the mom jeans that I was wearing 6, 7, 8 months ago. So I didn't realize that the one pair that I bought was like a low rise. I thought it was a mid rise, which is traditionally what I wear. And I'm wearing it, and I was like, oh, this, I'm going to have to wear this with like a longer shirt because this isn't
and Whiskey, I hate confusing my mid-rise and low-rise jeans, don't you? I just,
I actually know what
damn it.
Well, that's the difference between a
don't have a
muffin and a
friggin' clue.
cupcake. Just saying.
Yes.
Right, okay. There you go. I like them all. Muffins, cupcakes.
There's
You
something
know.
about a woman showing a crack of her butt that's just not. It's not attractive on guys. It's not. It's trashy on women.
I know.
As long as I'm able to frost the muffin.
When Rusty was here,
What?
he kept wearing his pants low, and I kept seeing his thong, and it was purple.
Well,
No, I
what
was
the?
like, dude,
Why
can't
are
do
you?
that.
Why
You're
are you
cross
telling
dressed,
that?
hanging out with your
Those
tank
records
top.
are not sealed when everyone
That was
knows.
like 3 years ago.
You just unsealed the records.
I'm disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah,
You let your guard down.
No, but the pictures are still in the sealed records. So
Well, hey, before we get too deep into another subject, of course, we're coming to the end, and let's close this thing up. And look, I just wanted to say thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us, and Shellback, Beau Smith there. Thanks for serving your country. We appreciate your service.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Along with
Thank
my
you
sister
for
from
hanging out
another
with us.
mister, Mississippi, as well, of course, as always. Hot Rocki, thanks for sitting in for Mr. Chris Branham this evening. And do you guys have anything to say for yourselves before we leave?
What about you didn't thank me? What am I? Chopped freaking liver?
Hey, I didn't thank myself.
What the hell?
Thank you, Rusty.
You're
Thank you,
awesome,
Rusty.
Rusty. We
I
love
was-
you.
Whatever. It's too late. No, it's too late.
No one? Nothing? Okay, well.
Ooh,
I-
he's so hot right now. Rusty.
See, look,
Whoa,
now
whoa,
you're
whoa,
talking about what's
whoa.
hard again. All right.
Stop
guys.
it.
Hey, next week, just come back. We'll do this all
Yeah,
over.
please.
Yeah. And tell all your friends, like and share. Go over to Twitter, Whiskey6. Facebook, Off Track with Whiskey6. Like and share the videos and everything else. Go over to mojo50.com, shop, click, and buy. CBD oils. Promo code whiskey, $15 off. Have a great day. See ya. That was a